Hello and welcome to the what? Yeah, welcome to the stream. I guess that's what we say. Yeah, I'm definitely not tired. Anyway, yeah, so we're doing the stream now. That's what we're doing. It's stream time. Getting a lot of tickets, finding out if we got a cave or if it's the right cave. That's what we're doing. And I'll probably talk a little bit about my thoughts about the new stuff. Yeah. So spoilers to that, I guess, later. I'll give spoiler warning, I guess, when we talk about it. That'll probably only be a few minutes, because, well, you'll see. If you haven't watched it, you'll know. You know. If you've watched it. Well, at least that's convenient this time. It's not that far from where we need to go. Well, that was quick. I feel like I need to fill in a couple more minutes, but I guess I can talk about my thoughts now. Once we get back to the... Man, that wasn't worth it. I don't know. Okay. Save. So... Spoilers to the stream that Pokemon Presents that they released today, if you haven't seen it. No new Pokemon. I was disappointed by that. A lot of fun new announcements, though. New season of Pokemon Concierge. I haven't seen the first one. I'll watch it eventually. They announced a new Aardman show. That's kind of fun. Pokepark. Kanto, like the real... Another attempt at the real Pokepark. I think they did a Pokepark for a while, but that failed. Which is how, like, we got... Which is, like, what the Pokepark Wii and Pokepark 2 Wonders Beyond are, like... That's what they're based on. It was originally that theme park, I guess. But, yeah, that original theme park, but I guess they're trying again. I guess with maybe modern technology. I don't know. They showed, like, little scale models. I don't really know how they're gonna do it. If it's gonna be animatronics, if it's gonna be, digital effects, like CGI kind of things going on, like holograms, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to find out. I won't. Maybe I will, like, through videos, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go to Japan, probably. Certainly not gonna, like, if I'm ever in Japan, I'll probably go, but I'm not gonna, like, go out of my way to go there. I don't have that kind of money. But yeah, so, and then the biggest thing for Legends of EA was a lot of the story they gave, and customization. I think it's the most character customization any game has allowed you to have, which is wild. But also, the big Pokemon related thing, like individual creatures, was Mega Dragonite. I think it's funny. I think it's silly. I'm in the camp, it's a little discourse. I guess not everyone loves Mega Dragonite. I'm in the camp that it's a silly Pokemon with a silly Mega Evolution. And also, I kind of think it's fun that it incorporates elements of Dragonair. Especially with the wing ear, like the little antennae becoming wings, like the other two members of its line. I think that's kind of fun. The long tail is absolutely absurd. I feel like they could have toned it down a little bit. But, it's a Mega Evolution, so they can do whatever they want. Also, just Mega Evolutions just randomly happening in the wild. Does that imply that there are stones in the wild? Like, they're touching stone? I mean, we don't... Like, that's probably what we're gonna have to find out, right? When people play the game, that's... My guess is that's gonna be part of the mystery. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. What else? It was pretty good. It was pretty fun. All of it was pretty fun. I'm assuming, they talk about the Pokemon World Championship, and I imagine they're gonna probably do another trailer. If there is any new Pokemon, my guess is they're gonna drop that at the World Championship. Like, they're gonna probably have, like, a presentation during it, and then probably have, like, a live stream where they, like, reveal the trailer or whatever. That would be my guess. That would be my guess, hopefully. Because I know they're having a demo in like 3 weeks or whatever. Like right after the World Championship. So, yeah. So like, you know, they probably want to reveal it. Or they could do it in the next few weeks. Like, you know, I don't know. That's always the thing, is you don't really know. Like, Pokemon can do whatever they want. They could just have a spontaneous trailer for the new Pokemon tomorrow, and I wouldn't, you know. Because they can do that. They're the Pokemon company. Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, fun to see a bunch of, you know, fun. Yeah. Yeah. It was very fun. And I hope they have new Pokemon. Even if it's just new regional evolutions or evolutions at all. I'm thinking if any Pokemon should get an evolution or pre-evolution or both, it would be Dedenne would be the most likely, because of the new settings, the sort of like technologically better, maybe a little bit more wild kind of thing. I feel like Dedenne getting an evolution would be the most logical. I was thinking about that this morning before the stream. That would probably be one of the more logical Pokemon I would give an evolution or pre-evolution or both to, because it kind of works with the city theme, with the antennae, and then also, yeah, because it's more focused in the city rather than everywhere, so, like, I think it could work. I think it could work as an evolution, or as a Pokemon that can get an evolution, because it's only a single Pokemon, as far I think it is anyway, I'm pretty sure it is. So that could be fun, to see that happening. You know, I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon that they never gave evolutions to, in Gen 6, so, like, a ton of those they could give evolutions or pre-evolutions to, with this whole new world. But, like, it being sort of a mouse Pokemon, I think would work the best of, like, that's how, like, it getting an evolution, like, sort of an actual, like, because there's so many generations of mice in such a small amount of time, I feel like that would be the most, like, logical, like, they adapted so quickly, you know, to this new world or whatever, to evolve, and so they can evolve now, or, like, they have different babies now, you know, whatever it is. I think that could work, and, you know, I don't know, we'll see, hopefully I get something, I can have a break, but unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, I have to do Gen 4 this week, as far as I'm aware, unless they randomly drop a trailer with new Pokemon, I'm forced to do Arceus. Arceus. To end Gen 4 and start Gen 5. End Gen 4 at the end of this week and start Gen 5 next week. Which is kind of nice, to have that, like, nice, clean split, like, next week we begin then, you know, end it on a Saturday, begin it on a Sunday, but I have a lot of work to do to make that happen, and oh boy, is it not gonna be fun. I should probably get going to get back to that kind of work, so I hope you've enjoyed this recap of the Pokemon. That's mostly what it's been, is a recap of the Pokemon Presents from my perspective, I guess. I'm excited to have character customization. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And to get all 3 of them, probably. I don't know, and that's gonna be a thing, too. That's also been my problem with Arceus, is how am I gonna actually do that? I mean, I don't know, can you have multiple... Like, I'm thinking maybe make multiple accounts, I don't know if that's legal, like, presumably that's legal? I don't know if that is legal, like, if they can play the same game, like, if you connect 3 different accounts. I could do that? We'll see. I guess I could also talk about Fiona and Manaphy and how, like, I'm super happy that... Well, really, I'm super happy that you can get all of the Gen 4 mythicals in that game. Wish that was true for all of the mythicals. I think it is for the first 3 generations. 5 and beyond, though! That's gonna be one heck of a ride trying to figure out that. Obviously the newest ones are probably gonna be the easiest, I would imagine. Imagine some of those codes still work? Will they work in 2 years? Probably not, I admit. But we'll see. Or they'll have, like, events where they re-release them. We're gonna have to wait and find out how I'm gonna go about those. I might have to use spin-offs, just to be like, I have it in Shuffle. Here's me getting it in Shuffle. Or Pokemon Cafe Remix, you know. Or like me getting it in Pokemon Ranger. Or like Pokemon... Or whatever. No, you know, whatever. Whatever that has to be. You know, Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, whatever it is. I'll make it work. I'll Mega Alakazam that. You know, how I originally was planning to do Mega Alakazam as being like just in the Super Mystery Dungeon game, I think. So that's something. Anyway, I've talked enough. The stream has gone on long enough. I need to get back to work. I'm probably not gonna sleep tonight. So you'll see a much probably more tired Dylan tomorrow, especially since we're also streaming at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Yay! Maybe if there's maybe a storm coming, so we'll see if I end up actually streaming at all tomorrow. I'll make sure to let you guys know if the stream gets canceled, but for now, the tentative plan is to stream at 10 p.m. CET. Hopefully we get it this time, and I can finally start Gen 4. Although part of me hopes that we don't. Like, as weird as it would be to still be playing this game when we start Gen 5, part of me super wants us to not do Gen 4 because 11-hour streams are coming back. Yay, 11-hour, baby! I don't know if it'll actually end up being 11-hour streams because of how the whole, like, days of the week spawning stuff. I'll figure it out, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't imagine it will matter at this point. Now that I'm in the mythical Pokemon, I don't think it'll matter. Like, I'll probably have to go back to certain routes or whatever to get Pokemon, but I don't think it's gonna impact it too much. Day-night spawning, though, will probably impact it quite a bit. I don't know. I'll probably do whatever night. I'll probably start off doing it nighttime, and then, well, if we go around the horn, you know, if I stream at like 10 p.m., then we'll be finishing at like 9 a.m. So morning spawns and night spawns. But anyway, I've talked too much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.